Mallory Park Racing Circuit in Leicestershire. It's round one of the Slick 50 Road Saloon Championship, the racing championship for ordinary road-going cars. All entrants have to drive to the event in the cars they're going to race. Michael Wright from Gatley, Cheshire, is competing in his W-Reg Golf GTI.
This is a road-going saloon. I use my car every day. I tow the caravan with it and then come here and race.
What sort of money are we talking about?
To prepare the car, well, I've spent about £800, and that includes overalls, helmets and preparing the car itself for this, what I do this season.
And what will the season cost?
Probably about another £1,000 for entry fees and maybe a set of tyres.
Practice for Class B cars with engines up to 1800cc. Some drivers reckon to get 3 seasons of racing out of a set of tyres. Others obviously won't. Even practice can be a hairy experience as competitors try to set a fast lap to get a good grid position. Michael in car 99 usually performs well, but wasn't as quick in practice as his wife and team manager Marjorie had expected. Marjorie, I noticed you were giving Michael a bit of a ticking off after that practice session.
Indeed. Oh yes, he didn't do as well, excuse me, as he did on the test day. So, yes, he has to be told.
What sort of times were you expecting from him?
Well, the test day, it was a tremendous amount better than the ones we've got listed here at the moment.
So yes, on those times he'd have been at the top of the list, would he?
He would.
Yeah.
Yes, certainly, so it's quite frustrating.
Colin Stothart from Rossendale was out in his green MG Maestro for summer questionable colour and car.
Yeah, everybody has a bit of a downer on Maestros, and they're not as bad as what people make out to be, but what we did, we came middle of the season last year, we started going round to the circuits to see what class I'd like to enter in, and we came across the Slick 50 class. So hence, the car that won the championship last year was an MG Maestro. So halfway through, I decided to pick an MG Maestro, plus the cheap to buy. The more competitive you wish to be, the more money it costs you. But if you want to be there just to enjoy yourself and compete, you can just do it very cheaply.
In a works Peugeot 309, Daley Thompson, double Olympic gold medalist, was working towards his full racing licence.
Racing, I've tried a couple of times and it's quite enjoyable because I've been retired sort of 8 or 9 months now, and I found that real life's really boring. Yeah. And I just needed a bit more reason to kind of get up in the mornings, and it's exciting sort of being in the, in with 25 other cars. And also I enjoy the acquisition of the skills, because you need to have the car in the right place and be braking and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, it's all good fun.
2 o'clock and time to put an end to those final tweaks and get out on the track for the Class B race. Michael started 11th on the grid, Colin 6th. At an average speed of 80 miles an hour and in a car that had previously won the championship, Michael started confidently. In car with Michael Wright, approaching the hairpin, the section of the course that sorts racing drivers from Sunday drivers. With late braking the key to his success, Colin was taking no prisoners as he fought his way through the field. Michael had got into a battle royal with an XR2, sticking to the racing line all important. Not everyone judged the hairpin correctly, and this sort of mistake cost lots of hard-won race positions. Competitors count on driving their car home at the end of the day. Slick 50 is therefore definitely not a contact formula, except for Colin's green Maestro, that is. After 10 laps, Michael took the checkered flag.
It went very well. We moved up from 11th on the grid to 6th at the finish. I had a terrible struggle holding the Fiesta back. I thought somebody had fastened him to the rear bumper, but we managed to stay there. Very exciting.
So what happened here, Colin?
Well, basically we both went into the me and a friend went into the hairpin together. There wasn't enough room for me, so I ran in the back of him, just pushed him out the way. And then the lap afterwards, the same happened again. Fortunately, I got through that time.
3 p.m. and time for the big boys to come out and play. Class A road saloons with engines from 1800cc upwards. A grid made up of burly 3-litre Capris and V8 Rover SDI Vitesses. James Auckland from Warrington in his 3.1-litre Capri. He's a ship's engineer who races when he's on shore leave. He finished 9th with a top speed of over 80 miles an hour. Daley Thompson came in 11th. The important thing, a finish, to gain a credit towards his race licence. And number 8, Alan Collinson from Birkenhead in his first ever race, finished 21st.
So how did it go?
Oh, it went brilliantly well. We had a pretty poor practice, which put us on the back of the grid, but we managed to sort out the misfiring problems, and come the race, we managed to pick up an extra couple of seconds. So I managed to get past about 5 or 6 cars.
And was it as everything you expected?
Everything and more. Yeah, it's you can't beat it.
The day's excitement over, old hands Michael and Marjorie hitch up the team trailer and head home. They won't need it for September's event at Alton Park. After all, from Gatley they can drive there and back in the day in their very own racing car.